Hello everybody, welcome back to another Mystic Islands video. Today we're going to be going over the 5th faction in Mystic Islands. So we went over the Dwarf faction, we went over the Royalty faction, the Mage faction, and the Goblin faction. So the only ones we have left are the Pirate and the Skeleton. And we're going to save the Skeleton for the last video. So we're going to be doing Pirate today. So now one thing you need to know about the Pirates is that they don't really have big creatures. They kind of rely on small, fast guys and big amounts of troops instead of one troop with big stats that's hard to get around that you have to gameplay around. So we'll start off, I have 4 main piles of what they really do. Now the first one here is going to be showing that they are quick. So Passive Ship Boy is a card that is a 1 attack 2 defense. He's not the greatest stats wise, but what makes him good is the untapped ability. This means he comes out on the battlefield ready to attack, and he does not have to come out tapped like every other creature normally would. So this way you can use him to trump attack or get a free 1 damage in while your opponent can't block at all. So that's good. And this guy's even better. Solo Drunken Sailor, cost 1, 2 attack, 1 defense. When you cast him, you do have to lose 2 health, but it doesn't really matter in the long run, as he is also untapped. So if you play him first turn, you're already dealing 2 damage to your opponent, and if they can't stop these guys and you get another one out, you could be losing a good amount of health. They're not overpowered, but they're just a very solid card that you definitely want to run in your pirate deck. So another main strategy that they use, because that they do not have a lot of big creatures and things like that, the best way for them to get those big creatures is to draw a lot of cards. So this is pretty much their staple, is drawing a lot of cards. I'm going to show you a few right now. So this card right here, Traveler's Fortune, costs 2. You just draw 3 cards and you get to discard 1 afterwards. It's pretty basic right there. We have a Pioneer, which is a creature, just a 1 attack 1 defense. When you cast him, you get to draw a card. We have one of the only big guys in the set for them, Elite Swashbuckler. He's very good. Every time a pirate faction creature dies while this creature's on the battlefield, you get to draw a card and gain 2 health for every single pirate creature that dies. So this can be very good just by itself in your deck, but if your opponent is running pirates as well, this could be very, very good for you. And I'm going to show you the leader card. Captain Blackbeard is the pirate leader. He's 11 health. He costs 6 crystals or 10 health down there. You can tap him just to draw a card. You can pay 1. Your opponent discards a card. You lose 1 health. Pay 2. Add 1 health to him. And you can pay 3 to search your deck for a pirate faction card. Put it in your hand and shuffle your deck. So obviously, card draw and getting the right cards in your hand is very important for the pirates, and that's why they gain so many. This goes hand in hand with this card right here, Precious Gems. Every time you draw a card, gain 1 health. And this is a permanent ability card that stays on the battlefield until it is destroyed. So let's say you draw 5 cards, you're going to be gaining 1 health for every card you drew, as long as this doesn't get destroyed. So you're just going to be gaining health all game, especially with the pirates. It's a very good card to have in kind of any deck. Obviously you have to run pirates if this is in your deck, because you can only have 2 factions per deck, but you're going to be drawing a card every turn anyway, so this isn't a bad card at all. So the pirates by themselves are pretty good. They're not bad at all, but I did need to add a few things to them to make them a little bit more special. So some ability cards to help keep them a little bit safe is Drunken Slumber. Cost 1. You put a -3 attack counter on target creature this turn. It's a good way of not letting your creatures die, not taking damage, or making sure that your creature can kill your opponent's creature, but they cannot kill yours because they have Drunken Slumber. Another pretty unique one is Cast Away. I know some people like this card. The art is very nice. Banish one of your opponent's current creatures on the battlefield. This creature stays banished until your opponent discards 3 cards or pays 1 Chaos Crystal. Once that creature re-enters the battlefield, it is untapped. So just to break this down a little bit, that creature stays banished until your opponent discards 3 cards or pays 1 chaos crystal. So what that means is, like, let's say they're playing their turn. If they use a crystal on a creature or anything else, that does not count towards this ability, so their creature would not come back. They have to pay 1 specifically to Castaway, just for Castaway, to get their creature back, or discard 3 cards. So, pretty good right there. And the last thing the Pirates really like to do, there's probably going to be more of this in set 2, but in set 1 for now there's only a few cards that actually help you keep more resources. So the resources in the game are chaos crystals, obviously. So right here, Coin Hungry Buccaneer. When casted, if this is the only creature on your battlefield, add 1 chaos crystal to your stash. So basically you're only playing him for 1 crystal and you get 1 back, as long as he's the only one on your battlefield when you cast him. So that's good early game for sure. And Dead Man's Wish. Cost 3. Add chaos crystals to your stash equal to the worth of the top pirate faction creature in your graveyard. So this is kind of confusing. I'm going to break that down. Let's say Elite Swashbuckler is in your graveyard. Now let's say that this is like a different faction card and you're using 2 factions and he's on top. With Dead Man's Wish, it's the top pirate faction card. So it doesn't have to be on the specifically the very top, as long as it's a pirate. So like you go down in your graveyard until it's your top pirate. This is my top pirate. Now, if I were to, let's say, have a Pioneer on top, it would have to be the Pioneer because he's a pirate faction. So you can't just pick and choose. You have to kind of be strategic about that. But it's definitely a good way to get crystals, because especially if you can pull this off with this guy, he only costs 3 crystals right here, which means that you gain crystals equal to the worth of the top pirate faction, which is 6. So you're really gaining 3 crystals that turn, which is actually a huge advantage. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you liked the pirate faction today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell, guys. I'm almost at 100 subscribers, so that'd be really awesome if we could hit it before March 24th, my birthday. And if you guys want to get your hands on any of these cards, I have booster packs and starter decks on the Game Crafter. First link in the description. I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Peace out.